Welcome back everyone to the final game of the Megaman Legacy Collection and the last one that was released onto the NES. It's time for Megaman 6. 1993, this thing came out after Megaman X. In the year 20XX AD, the first annual robot tournament was held. With 8 of the world's most powerful robots. But Mr. X, the sponsor of the tournament, took control of the robots and began to take over the world. Mr. X, why? It's time to tell you the truth. I have been manipulating that fool Dr. Wily from the beginning. But now I no longer need Dr. Wily's help. Come and face me, Mega Man. We'll stop you! Follow me, Rush! Wow, that... pick a pace with the intro, guys! But yeah, Mega Man 6, the swan song for the Mega Man series on the NES. And we have Windman, Flameman, Tomahawk Man, Sentinelman, Nightman, Yamato Man, Bluntman, and Blizzardman. Oof! Telling all these games in a one, all these names into one phrase is always a freaking mouthful. Yeah, we have a lot of stats onto this introduction, and yeah, Flameman stage first, and we open up with the music on the best possible foot forward. Oh my god! I might as well get into this right now. I love this song, this soundtrack even more than Mega Man 2. Some of you might find this an exaggeration, but this is really how I feel, and yup, let's go with the first death already. Oh my god. But yeah, this is something that is really cool to see. Environmental hazards that react to the enemies. These basically are all puddles of oil, because apparently Flameman is managing an oil refinery, and if these enemies shoot fire into them, the whole set of oil bursts into flames, and those flames are instant kill. And I like the fact that if you die, those will keep active, so be quick with your energy killing, I guess. And already 2 minutes 47 into this footage, and I already got 1 extra life. What the hell is going on with this freaking collection? And yeah, this is another cool thing, an enemy that if you turn it upside down into a liquid and basically bursts out these airbags or whatever the hell they're called, and you can basically use him to ride on. This game is really cute with some details, and for once we have something that actually tries a little bit more in terms of Mega Man with its abilities, and we're gonna see it much later. And yeah, the 6th game into this freaking series, into the 1993, when Mega Man X was already out on the Super Nintendo. This freaking series cannot just stop putting out more games, one after the other. I don't know if it was 1993 or 1995, but there was one here which was absolutely the worst. Like, there were 5 or 6 different games all coming out very close to each other between just America, either America or Europe. I don't know, it was like X3, Mega Man 7, Mega Man Soccer, like the DOS games, everything was coming out at the same time, which is honestly the biggest downback of this entire series. The fact that they cannot give any time to actually breathe and come out with something new and that can actually move forward, escape from this very repetitive formula. As much as I love these games, honestly, Mega Man 6 I think is one of the better, even just for the freaking music alone, but oh, I like this. The screen darkening to introduce the robot of this stage. We got Flame Man over here jumping around and shooting fire. His pattern is very similar to, I want to say, Hitman, with his flames rising up from the ground, firing up these pillars and then shooting with all that. All he needs to do is do a Psycho Crusher attack forward. It's not that hard. What really can set you off is being in the wrong place when those flames decide to pop up, but they are so far apart and scattered that the eventuality is not really that big, and they all keep spawning in the same place. So once you find those out, just stay still and everything will be hunky-dory. I say that in the exact same frame that I get freaking killed off. But yeah, this was honestly a perfect robot to start, and I suggest you to start with this one for another major reason that we're gonna see when we beat him. But yeah, this game has done something very cool with Rush, and ooh, I cannot wait to show it off. Come on, you dickhead. If you're very lucky, it just decides to keep shooting forward with that with those projectiles. I think that becomes really the easiest part of this entire fight, because all these walls of flame can actually block your shot. And yeah, we have still the Megaman 5 type of buster that it basically goes away every time you get hit, which, like I said, it's perfect balancing. I really won't trade it with the fact that you only get you keep it forever, otherwise it would be way too easy. And we got our first weapon here, and the Flame Blaster with the Rush power adapter. And it's one thing that it's really cool that this game finally does, it's actually showing off the power once you freaking get it. Thank you! That was something that would have been really cool to have since the very freaking beginning of these games. Now let's go to the second Robot Master, which is Blizzard Man, on to Frozen Island. And that's another music that I really, really enjoy. It's been a long time since we had a Winter Wonderland type of enemy in a stage. I love these. I like those types of flying enemies, only because they freaking look like cameras. And honestly, it's a very nice touch, considering this is supposed to be like a tournament. The plot of this game is that we are taking an annual robot tournament with all these robots coming from all over the world. And so basically we're going to have a G Gundam in the Megaman universe. Okay, now we must not die. Mission failed. Get a life, you waste a life. At least I gained nothing, but I also lost nothing. Let's keep going. So yeah, these robots came from all over the world according to the intro. I don't know if this is accurate to the lore, or if this is just another translation taking liberties. Or it's a reference to the fact that for the first time they've opened the contest of designing robots to people from countries outside of Japan. Maybe it can be also that. I remember the fact that these robots were in universe meant to represent different countries. I looked that up on the wiki, but I couldn't find any confirmation of that. So if that's true, I leave it up to you to figure out which country are they supposed to represent. I gotta assume that they are basically on the same level of sensibility as Punch-Out. Or the same G Gundam. Like that series wasn't shying of having questionable designs for their robots. And we have Power Megaman. This is basically how Rush is being used in this series. We have Power Megaman. He can only attack with his fist. His normal attack is very weak, but if you charge him up, you can basically have this very big energy sphere that, it's fitting to say, really packs a punch. it's very the drawback of that is it's very short range, but it's very useful to blast past shields. So yeah, use it whenever you have the occasion, especially if you need to break off those blocks over there. The one thing that I really like about this set of powers is that you are basically giving... oh my god. This time the jump... yeah, the submarine is always sinking and you have to be careful, because if you jump when it's sinking in the water, you're basically gonna fall in the water and die. Or be killed by spikes. Whatever comes first. But yeah, the fact that you can use that to actually destroy the environment leaves you open with a lot of freaking shortcuts and opportunities to get more powers, like here. Let's take the power Megaman adapter, let's blow up this rock, go back, get back to normal Megaman, because with power Megaman you really cannot slide, and we have the way open to a energy tank. This game is gonna throw you energy tanks like they are going out of style. You're gonna see that later on. And yeah, I like this design. Honestly, these freaking adapters should have become part of the main series since this point forward. Try and figure out new ways to actually include this transformer type aspect to Rush, in order to give Megaman more options, because one thing that the X series does have that the classic series doesn't is movement options. The classic Megaman is usually rather chill, very simple, and I mistimed the jump. Now I try to do it with a little less fancy. But yeah, the classic series is usually very straightforward, slow and methodical type of platforming, while the X series tends to be a lot more fast-paced. You have the dash forward, you have the wall jump, the double jump if you're using Zero. With Megaman here, you only have his own normal jump. And I feel they kinda took a step back with this design, because they didn't want to make it too much like X, because getting new armor is basically X's entire MO. But by limiting Megaman to just this form, I think at some point you're kind of doing yourself a bit of a disservice. And yeah, let's talk about the guy that just vehemently kicked my ass. Thankfully the Flame Blasters are freaking crap ton of ammunition to use. This is Blizzard Man, which rolls in a ball, despite the fact that he has skis on, so it could actually go a lot faster with just the skis. But I gotta guess his intricate design was a bit of a bitch to animate. But yeah, his weapon is those freaking blizzard shots, which honestly aren't as dangerous as his own freaking rollout is. It's basically like the meal tank of the Mega Man series. It just goes with rollout until you get completely destroyed. Would be cool if you actually got that rollout power up with him. That would have been freaking cool. Here we have with Blizzard Attack. These 4 blizzards that go into a very spread-like range. It's not bad, but can be rather wide. It's very easy to actually miss the target. This is another game where I won't be using that much of the weapons, but this selection of weapons for this game is a lot better than Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5 is the worst. Here we have the Flame Man, which can be quite useful if you are in a very tight corridor. The Pillar of Fire can actually do a lot of damage. And the Blizzard is not exactly the best, but hey, if you want something that covers a bit of a spread, you can do it. Yeah, see? This is basically the reason why you should go Flame Man first, because you get the power armor, and with the power armor you basically give access to a fuckload of rewards. And yeah, we have the return of the robot that solely exists to basically stomp you like you're a Goomba. And as always, I tend to ignore these assholes because they take too much to kill. Sometimes you gotta learn how to optimize your route and how to not deal with very annoying enemies. Yeah, see, I like this thing. They really look like cameras. Hi Eddie, what do you have for me? Wow! An E-Tank out of the gate, just like that? You spoiling me, Eddie! Usually he always gave, the only thing that he gave to me was weapon energy, but hey, I'm not one to complain. So this is Plantman stage, and this is a stage that I don't really enjoy because of the section that we're about to go right now. These freaking springs. You don't really have that much of control with the springs, where you are going, what are you doing. So yeah, you're just gonna have a lot of jumping around. And there are insects all over the place, those jumping crickets. Yeah, crickets. Those jumping crickets, these other scarabs that come down from the trees, and there are gonna be other scarabs that come down out of the screen at a very fast pace. So yeah, this section, combined with the with a lot of enemies and the constant bouncing around, can be quite a pain in the ass to deal with. We're gonna see later. Yeah, here we are. We got also turrets here, so we gotta. There it is. The freaking. Oh, we also got piranhas bursting out of this muddy ass water. Yeah. This section of the stage is just a lot of shit coming out from everywhere. So be prepared to just shoot everything inside with reckless abandon. Yeah, I am expecting something to pop out when the moment I move over here, and yeah, there it is. Both a piranha and a scarab flying towards me. I know this is probably not the correct name for that insect, but I am blanking right now. I'm gonna call it Heracross. Is that good enough? Heracross, at least if you're familiar with Pokemon, you should understand what the hell I'm referring to. I like though this very aesthetic touch with the flowers, having the power pellets right in the center. That was a very cute touch. Come on! Yeah, it's a lot of bouncing around. Even the turrets now are on these freaking springs. Ugh. Go the fuck away. And here we are, we got to the end of the stage, and now all that is left is to face Plantman with the Blizzard attack. Plantman is another cute, and I like this robot, this flowery head that he has. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Rafflesia or something. Yes, Plantman is our obligatory shield robot. Just wait for him to stop jumping, and once he gets rid of his shield, just shoot him with the Blizzard weapon. At the very least, it's very easy to get because of the spread of the weapon. So yeah, nice. I say that weapon is basically a plus, and with that, 3 Robot Masters are gone. So let's get our power, and in the next part, we're gonna move on to the other 5 that are remaining. I leave you with a big guess of what this weapon is going to be. Yep, it's the titular shield. It's about the same as any other shield up to this point. But yeah, this was all for part 1. We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, guys, and have a very nice day.